Hello there. Well, today we're going to a place called Calshot, which is a spit of land that sticks out at the base of Southampton Water, and it's got quite a lot of history attached to it. These big hangars, this is the Sunderland hangar, and from the name you'll gather that Sunderland flying boats were used in this hangar, and here's one here, and that's in 1936. Calshot was used by the Navy and the Air Force. Now today these hangars are used for recreation. The whole site is managed by the Hampshire County Council, and children from different schools come and have sailing experiences, and they stay in the buildings that are there. And we'll just go into this hangar and just see what they're doing in there. Now you can see they've got climbing walls, and they've got a velodrome for cycling. I should have done a shot of that because it is quite impressive. Anyway, here are the climbing walls. There's all sorts of different walls at different heights, and even overhangs and all sorts. It's not something that I could do these days, but I have done it once when I was a lot younger. Now the hangar is so big, it's even got, at the other end, it's got a dry ski slope, which is very useful if you want to have a bit of a practice before you go on a skiing holiday. Now you can see a lot of boats here. Some of them belong to the Hampshire County Council for educational purposes. Now this aerial view gives you an idea of what the Calshot Spit is like. The large building is the Sunderland hangar, and that circle is this tower, which is a castle. It was built a long while ago by Henry VIII, and it now the stone for the castle was taken from Beaulieu Abbey during the dissolution of the monasteries, and several other forts were built with the same stone. Now the castle has been in use during the Napoleonic times, and even in the last war it was used, and it's managed by English Heritage. On a fine day it's a really nice place to come and see all round, and there's always some activity. You can see there's a watchtower there with a radar on top, and now this is the Sopwith hangar, named after Sir Thomas Sopwith, that designed the Sopwith camel, which was a First World War fighter. Then we've got a cottage here called Stansford Cottage, named after Flight Lieutenant Stansford, who broke the world speed record in 1931. It was only 407 miles an hour, but it must have seemed pretty fast at the time. And then this other building here, which is Accommodation block, is named the Mitchell House, and that's after Mitchell, the designer of the Spitfire. Where would we have been without the Spitfire? A beautiful plane. Maybe we'd all be speaking German, I don't know, but she's a very beautiful plane. And if you have one flying over you, you really know it's got a lovely sound, those supermarine engines. Now here is more accommodation, and this house is named after Lawrence of Arabia, who stayed at, he was based at Calshot, as you can see, for a couple of years. Very famous character in history. Very unusual person he was, a very interesting man. Well, there's the big hangar, and this is what it might have looked like around during the 30s. And of course the Snyder Trophy was flown from Calshot, and if you think that there's the course in the Solent, and without the Snyder Trophy plane we wouldn't have had the supermarine engine which went into the Spitfire, so I think we'd have been way behind. We perhaps wouldn't have had the Spitfire. Now here's one of the few pictures of the the flying boats. This is the Donia. It's probably the largest flying boat that ever landed at Calshot. You can see there's loads of propellers. Must have been an amazing sight. And this is from a postcard, and I rather like this postcard, 1952. You can see the Navy and the Air Force together there. Now here's a picture that I took back in 1993, and that shows a Sunderland flying boat, the last flying boat to ever fly from Calshot. I mean, that's just a family photograph, but I'm glad I've got it because it shows there was a flying boat there in my lifetime. Anyway, today it's a quiet place compared to what it was like in history. A lot of sailing goes from here. Now as the light goes, I'll leave you with this scene of the sun going down. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little brief history of Calshot, well worth visiting, and please subscribe. Goodbye for now.